Hi everybody, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm coming to you with my September reading wrap-up. I'm going to be 100% honest, this was not a good reading month at all. I completed 4 books, barely, by the skin of my teeth. 2 of them I just had a very hard time getting through, and I would like to blame it on that altogether, but quite honestly, I just did not devote as much time to it as I should have. That's the truth. But I'm going to be making up for it in October. If you have not seen my October TBR for Spookathon and the Hocus Pocus Reading Challenge, then go ahead and I will go ahead and link that video down below for you guys. Go ahead and check that out, and I hope to even get to some additional books that aren't even on there. Fingers crossed. So hopefully next month's wrap-up will be a lot better than this one. But let's just go ahead and jump right in with my least favorite book of the month, Ashley Bell by Dean Koontz. I don't even know where to start with this book. It was bad. It was very bad. I don't think that Dean Koontz is for me, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has certain authors that work for them and authors that don't work for them, and I just think that Dean Koontz does not work for me. I previously had read Icebound a while back, and I hated that. I one-starred it. It was not good for me, and I hesitated on picking anything else of his up for quite a long time until I was told that, oh, that was one of his weaker books, go ahead and give this one a shot, it's really good. So I decided to give him the benefit of a doubt, picked this one up because it was highly recommended. And I will say that it started off very well. I was intrigued by it in the beginning, but the further on that it went, more and more crazy things started happening, and the events weren't very cohesive at all, and it just started feeling like a bunch of random events thrown together that did not work together very well, and honestly, like he was making things up as he went along. This could have easily been cut in half and probably still not made sense, but this is a story of a woman named Bebe Blair who finds out that she has a very rare form of brain cancer. And she's told that she has a short amount of time to live, goes into the hospital for chemotherapy, and while she's there, she startles the doctors and all of the medical professionals, everybody, because her scans are now clear. It's like, not only like she beat it, but like it was never there. So she's puzzling the entire community. So she goes to like this psychic to try to find out why she beat the cancer so easily. And in their cards or whatever, it tells her that her life was spared so that she could save this other girl named Ashley Bell, to save her life. And that setup was awesome. I loved that. But for a book called Ashley Bell, there was very little Ashley Bell in it. This was basically a hodgepodge of her running around trying to find this girl. I'm just going to make a full review for this because I can't really say any more about it without really diving into why I disliked it and having spoilers. And I don't want to do that in a wrap-up. But this was a 2-star. It was slightly better than Icebound for me because of the beginning, but I didn't like it at all. I actually fell asleep reading this at one point. I'm so sorry, you guys. I really wish I had something better to say. And the next book that I read this month is The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. I already have a book review for this up on my channel. I will go ahead and link that down below for you guys. But this is a story of a family of lawyers taking place between a past event and a present event. The past event is a family tragedy that divides them all, and the present day storyline involves a school shooting that the family is representing the shooter. It's a very, very good story. There are elements to it that I couldn't get on board with, that I didn't really like. I didn't love this nearly as much as I wanted to. I had highly anticipated this, and it was a little bit of a letdown, but it was still a good book. I would still read more from her in the future. But yeah, this is a 3-star read, and it was very intriguing. Go ahead and watch the full review for this. But mixed feelings. I still don't really know how I feel about this one. The next book that I read this month is a reread that I love so much. I've been making my way back through the Harry Potter series, and I completed Goblet of Fire. This one has never been one of my favorites in the series, but this time on rereading, I enjoyed it much more than I have in the past. I don't know if it's because I'm looking at it from an adult's point of view now, but I really, really had a new appreciation for this book this time around. And I really, really don't know what it was, but this just, it spoke to me. I've never been big on like sporty event type things, and as far as like the magical world goes, that's what this one was, with the Triwizard Tournament. And I think that was why it was one of my least favorite ones in the series before. But now looking at like all of the darker elements in it, and like the PTSD aspect of it, and just everything that went into this, it really does have some of my favorite moments from the entire series in it. And like I love this. I love the journey in the Pensieve in Dumbledore's office, and like Harry giving his Triwizard winnings to the Weasley twins. It's just so many selfless, heartfelt moments in this, and it really does show how amazing friendship is when you have the right people in your life. And it's magical in more ways than one. It's huge, but it's magical. Okay, the next book that I read this month is my favorite book of the month, and that is In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. This is my third Ruth Ware book, and while I did not enjoy this as much as the other two that I have read, The Woman in Cabin 10 and The Death of Mrs. Westaway, it was still very good. This was her debut novel, I believe, and it's the story of a bachelorette party gone wrong. It's very suspenseful. The ending was a bit predictable, but I can forgive that with it being a debut, because she still showed all of her talent as a writer in this, and like showed that she's has a real talent for twists and turns, and everything that has been present in all of her books that I have read since this. I loved like the isolated aspect of it, them being like stuck back in the woods in the dead of winter. It's just, oh man, this really, really spoke to me. And the whole whodunit kind of setup, I've always really enjoyed that in books. And there was a little bit of that in The Woman in Cabin 10, but not nearly as much. So seeing her do it, I really, really loved. I still need to read The Lying Game and the newest book, The Turn of the Key. I'm hoping to get to that one very soon, even though I usually stray away from new releases, at least for a couple of months, but I'm like chopping at the bit for that one. But yeah. 3 Ruth Ware books, 3 different months, all 3 my favorite book of the month. True, this one didn't have that much competition, but I still loved it. It was very, very amazing. Okay, so that is all that I have for you guys today. If you liked this video, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!